Hi everyone, today I'm making beef stew in my slow cooker. Now I bought my slow cooker just after Christmas and I found it's very handy for making meals that you don't need for a couple of hours and you can go away and just let it do its job. Now I have 2 onions, I have a pound of beef, I have 1 red pepper, 3 carrots and 2 parsnips. Now I like to cut my onions fine and I like to cut my carrots a little bit smaller also because carrots do take a little bit longer to cook. A slow cooker, the idea is that food never reaches boiling point. It's just a little bit below and it remains that way the whole time during cooking. And for that reason all the goodness is left in the food, the meat, the veg, and it tastes absolutely delicious. Now I also have a sachet to put into it, and it's a slow cooker sachet of beef and tomato casserole, but it recommends that I put in a tin of tomatoes, which I'm not going to do as we're not overly fond of tomato based stews, so therefore I'm putting in the carrot and parsnip instead. Now I have turned on my slow cooker and I'm preheating it to high because I like to give things a head start. I don't like waiting for food to come to simmer. I just like to know that it's at simmer and then put it on high for around about 4 hours. Now I'll just take the lid off and put my carrots in first. Next to my onion, I have 1 chopped. Perhaps 1 is enough too. Don't want to have too much veg in there. Now a little bit of red pepper. I love red pepper in food, but my family isn't overly keen on it, so I tend to chop it up small and they don't even notice it's in it. I think peppers give food a nice taste. They can be hard on the digestion and they can repeat on a lot of people. But they do add flavour to meals. Now in goes my red pepper. And lastly the parsnip. Now it can be roughly chopped, it doesn't need to be in any particular shape, and parsnip cooks very quickly, so you needn't have any worries that it won't be cooked just because it's on top. Now in goes my parsnip. So all that's left then is, excuse me, I have to get a jug. And I'll layer my meat. First of all, I suppose I better show you this. The inside section comes out. It's like a Pyrex dish. And there you have it. All the veggies with the carrots, the onions, the red pepper and the parsley. So on top of this, I'm just going to layer the meat. And it's just lovely lean beef. Make a beef stew. The last few times I tried this recipe, I actually browned the beef on the pan before putting it in, and I just felt that for all the work that went into it, the idea of using a slow cooker should be to make life easy. So this time, it's actually my first time trying this recipe, where everything goes in the pot basically. The liquid goes on top put it in for 4 hours. Now, there we have the meat on top. Next I'm going to put boiling water on the powder because again, I'm not overly keen on waiting for things to come to simmer. I like them coming to simmer very quickly. Now it's nice to use enough liquid to just about come up to where the meat is. And don't worry if there is not enough, or don't worry when you've cooked it and you find that maybe it's a little bit watery, because what I always do is I add in a soup, a little, not a full packet of soup, but a little bit of powder, and that helps thicken it up nicely. Very nice. Now I'm not going to stir it too much because I like my carrots on the bottom just to ensure that they will cook, just making sure that my meat is covered. Now I will give you a quick look at that. There we go, can you see it at that angle? The meat peeping through. Now we put it back into the the slow cooker, or as some people call it, a crock pot. We put the lid on. We make sure it's on high and we leave it there for 4 hours. Now if I was going out to work and I wanted the meal to be ready for that evening, what I would do is I would do the very same thing, but I would put it on low for 8 hours. And when you'd come back into the house in the evening, the smell of beautiful slow cooked stew would be gorgeous. And that's basically it. And the beauty of this recipe is that if you have people coming in at different times in the evening, it'll be warm in the crock pot at all times. And if it's gone past 4 hours and you're afraid it'll overcook, there's also a setting on this just to keep it warm. And it can be eaten up to bedtime. So thanks for watching. I'll show you the finished recipe this evening, hopefully sometime about 4 o'clock. Thanks again. Bye bye.